Welcome to DataSource Mobility Reviews. My name is Bill Presler. I'll be your host today as we bring in Mr. Brian Simmons from the Panasonic Solutions Company group. His responsibility is sales manager for the projector and display technologies that Panasonic offers. So Brian, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate it. So as many of you know, our focus is largely on the healthcare space and largely on the Panasonic solutions. We are something of an expert in the solutions that Panasonic offers. As a matter of fact, we were just recently awarded their Panasonic Reseller of the Year for Healthcare, which we're very honored by. And this is a really exciting technology that we haven't ever done a review on, and we're very excited to have Brian in today. And what we're going to do is talk today about some of the differences in display technologies that Panasonic offers and how those might compare with other options that might be out there. So first and foremost, let's just start off by saying that this is professional grade technology. This is not consumer-oriented product lines. So why is that important? So Brian, why is that important to a healthcare customer or to any type of a enterprise application? Why would you want to have professional grade?
Professional grade is one of the main reasons is that this display, all of our commercial plasma displays, are intended to be on for very long periods of time. So this has the longest life cycle of any flat panel display on the market. You're looking at 100,000 hours to get just to half brightness on all of the commercial plasma displays. That is almost double the life cycle of our nearest competitor. At a 100,000 hour life cycle, just to half brightness, you are looking at 12 years in a full 24/7 environment.
Continuous usage.
Continuous usage. That sets this apart from a lot of our competitors on the commercial side, but also from any consumer displays, including the Panasonic consumer displays. While those are excellent and you can buy them at the retailer such as a Best Buy, they are not intended to be on for long periods of time, and they carry absolutely zero warranty in a commercial environment.
We need to really stop for a second and think about what that means. They carry zero warranty in a commercial environment. It doesn't matter what manufacturer it is, any type of a commercial display, a consumer display that's brought into a commercial environment or an enterprise environment will have no warranty whatsoever. Now, that is a non-starter for most purchasing departments. They can't buy a product, regardless of the cost, it can't be supported under warranty. Not only is the Panasonic Professional series of plasmas and LCD displays, not only are they warranted, but they have the best warranty in the industry.
They do.
By far.
The Panasonic warranty for all of the commercial plasmas and commercial LCD displays carry an on-site warranty as the standard warranty. So that means generally within 48 to very most 72 hours, you have someone on-site to either repair or replace that display.
Absolutely.
And one of the other main differences between our commercial displays and consumer displays is that these displays have a modular design, which means for the commercial plasma displays, you can change your inputs out over time. So you have the ability to add a wireless input card, full-blown PC with or without Windows XP embedded, or just add additional inputs such as additional DVI, HDMI, whatever it may be.
So let's talk about some of the differences between LCD technology and plasma technology. Panasonic offers both. Most companies got hopped off of the plasma bandwagon a few years ago due to some issues in burn-in and some going to a half brightness too soon. In other words, they didn't last long enough. Now, Panasonic not only invented plasma technology, but also perfected it. And they continued on that until they got it absolutely right. So the burn-in issue has been addressed. The life cycle of the product has been addressed. As you mentioned earlier, we've got now 12 years of continual usage down to half brightness, which is absolutely amazing. So because they've stayed with that plasma technology and done LCD, you have the best of both worlds available from Panasonic. And why is that important? Because LCD is great for certain applications and plasma is great for certain applications. So let's talk about a little bit of the differences in the healthcare space, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. There are a couple main differences between commercial LCD and commercial plasma technology. An LCD, for example, is great in a very well-lit environment. So if you're in a 24/7 environment where a nurse station, for example, or in some cases an operating room where they're going to have very bright lights, and they're going to be on for 24 hours at a time with static images, it's going to be much better in those environments to have an LCD. Where plasma is really going to shine if your contrast ratio, your black levels, and motion are more important to you. So we really do think that there are different environments within a hospital setting where some display technologies are going to be much better than others. The other thing is for patient rooms, for example, we can get smaller sizes such as 32, 37, and 42 inch. They come with Pro EDM tuner built in. And those are specifically intended for patient room use. And
those are all LCDs.
LCDs, correct.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then for boardrooms or other areas within a hospital where you need a much larger display, we currently make a 103-inch commercial plasma display. By the way, it's the largest flat panel commercial display in the market. And later this year, we'll be shipping a 152-inch commercial plasma display. Just to kind of show you the limits or unlimited powers of Panasonic's technology in the display world.
Right. And so LCD is a really great form factor then to summarize for really well-lit environments where you need a smaller display size, up to 42 inch. Mm-hmm. And when you need to get the larger displays for the big digital signage, for boardroom applications, that's where the plasma comes in. And certainly with plasmas, and this is a 42 inch here, 50 and on up, the image is just spectacular, as you can probably tell a little bit. So where Panasonic shines in this plasma world is producing these full color moving images that are second to none. And maybe you could speak just a little bit about some of the technology that you've built into the plasma displays for that purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. There are multiple processors within the commercial plasma displays, and that's one of the differences between this technology and consumer. There's generally one chipset within a consumer display that runs the entire display. Within the commercial, we have numerous, so there are numerous redundancies. Gives you a better image, gives you better motion, black levels, and contrast ratio. And that's also one of the benefits on the commercial plasmas. Mm-hmm. This also, like I mentioned before, has the modular design that will be coming in our commercial LCD displays. None of our competitors, to my knowledge, currently have that technology. Mm-hmm. It's exclusive to Panasonic, giving you that flexibility and versatility. And we do also, like I wanted to mention as well, have 42 and 47-inch commercial LCDs, not just for patient rooms, but also for places like nursing stations or waiting rooms, where brightness and 24/7 static images are going to be very important to you.
So as you probably know by now, DataSource Mobility is focused on best-in-class solutions. And that's where the Panasonic, on their display technologies, whether it's LCD or plasma, really comes in. And it's providing that total cost of ownership by the long life of the product, the durability of the product, and the ability to have something that's going to give you best-in-class performance over the long haul. So Brian, maybe you could speak just a little bit about some of the technology that you put in here to avoid some of the issues with burn-in and some of the durability enhancements that have been built into Panasonic.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Panasonic, with the extremely long life cycles, have that total cost of ownership. Our failure rates across the board on all of the LCDs and plasmas hovers around approximately 1%, which is significantly less than the industry standard. Mm-hmm. Another thing that we've built in, I challenge you to do that I challenge you to do that with any of our competitors' displays, but I'm not paying for it when it breaks. So
we've done some things with hammers before on displays. Probably not.
You'll also be buying that one.
Right.
They are extremely durable displays. The nice thing about that, though, in a hospital setting especially, is you don't have the luxury of knowing who's going to be running down a hallway or at a nurse station, or has access to the display within a waiting room, or a boardroom for that matter. So durability is extremely important. Mm-hmm. Another thing that we've added into the displays to avoid any kind of image retention or burn-in is a white scroll bar, which is basically a white virtual window washer that's going to go across the screen. It reduces any risk of image retention, which could turn into permanent burn-in. That's one of the advanced features that we've made. The other is a nano drift feature, which is specific to Panasonic. Basically moves the pixels at the sub-pixel level, so it avoids any kind of sticking on the screen, so you're not going to have image retention or burn-in.
And this is something that's not observable to the human eye. It's just something that's done in the background to manage it to where you don't have those burn-in issues. And there's some wonderful tools that Panasonic has come out with to manage multiple installations of displays across a campus environment, whatever type it is, so that this is very, very easy to make sure that there's no issues with it, with the devices. So I want to speak too about some of the applications that you might have for displays for infotainment in the patient room. We have some great solutions here for providing information for the patient about things that they, let's just say for instance some lifestyle changes that they'll have to make in order to get their best results over the long haul with whatever condition they might be dealing with. Or for instance you want to bring up electronic medical records or what have you on a LCD display in the patient's room to show them, here's an image of the break in the arm or whatever the case might be. Additionally, some great movies and other types of entertainment content are easily pushed out to the patient's room. And then some great solutions for digital signage in a patient waiting room, in a lot of different applications to where you can make good use of the information exchange with your customer or the patient. So let's summarize this product for healthcare. Why would someone choose the Panasonic solution for healthcare specific applications? Number one, best warranty in the industry and a warranty that actually works in a professional installation.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Great range of products to choose from, both in LCD and in plasma. So some tremendous options. And it's that same total cost of ownership and best in class that you get out of Panasonic that you really just can't find elsewhere.
Very, very true.
Yeah. So Brian, we really appreciate you coming in, and we're going to be having some other videos with Brian on some of the other solutions they offer and projectors, et cetera, as well. So please stay tuned for those. And thanks for joining us today.